Yes, so copywriting is the art and science of writing persuasive words that motivates people to take action. The
Mhm.
action could be buying a product, subscribing for an event, or clicking on a button on your website. Now, in the era of AI, copywriting is even more valuable, but it's limited by the extent of the professional using the AI to write copy. So if you lack the foundational background of how copywriting works, and that is the psychology of human beings, you can actually not use AI to write great copy. So you need to be a great copywriter in order to use AI to write great copies. If you lack the foundations of what is sales and human psychology, you're actually leaving it to chance whenever you're using AI to try to write those copies. So that's why I encourage you first to learn the foundations, the basics, and then to use AI to accelerate your learning curve and also your delivery.
Okay, but then many people tend to confuse copywriting with proofreading. So, can you like tell us what the difference is between copywriting and proofreading?
Yes, of course. So proofreading is simply uh, people produce text and you proofread the text. You read it, you try to identify errors or mistakes that were uh, left into the text. It's a pretty simple yet sophisticated skills, but because still it has to do and it deals with words, so you still need to be skilled with words in order to be a proofreader. But copywriting is on another level, in my opinion, because it gives you the magical ability to sell.
So, does that mean that someone that is not a copywriter cannot sell their products?
Oh, not necessarily, but if they are good copywriters, they can sell more of their product.
So, what's the chances of selling more products even if you're a copywriter? You know, you can be a copywriter and not be a product seller.
Of
I mean, do
course,
you understand what I'm trying to say? Like,
yes.
to be able to sell a product is an act on its own, right?
Mhm,
You can be a copywriter, you can know how to write whatever it is you want to write and still
mhm.
not be able to sell
Well,
out.
so copywriting is a skill by its own, and it's actually there is a profession. There are professionals who study this for years.
Mm.
Now, these professionals are actually sought after, especially those who master their craft. And the reason why is very simple. When you dig into human psychology, you realize that there are little details that makes all the difference. So for example, on a website, instead of saying register, if you say register now, the fact of adding that now actually add more urgency to the action. So even if it's an increase of a 5% or 10% conversion rate, that adds up to the bottom line. If you look at it at the scale level, the difference in turnover is actually big for companies. So companies are ready, like thriving companies are ready to pay thousands of dollars, a lot of money to hire like professional and skilled copywriter to do their copy for them. If you're a new business owner and you don't have the budget to hire a copywriter, it's actually a pretty simple skill to learn. To get from 0 to 10 is very simple in copywriting. I believe you can do that under 20 hours. But to get from 10 to 100 or to scale, you have to go through many years of reading. And to
Learn.
give you an idea of where copywriting is used, it's used for producing things like this, like a roll up, like flyers, creating sales funnels, even producing videos to promote events, right? Because the choice of the words you use make a big difference in how people are inspired and motivated to take action.
Okay, but then aside copywriting and proofreading, I believe that some people also try to confuse copywriting and content writing.
Okay, so content writing is another separate skill by its own. Like the name says, content writing, it means that you produce content for content creators. That content can be educational content, it can be inspirational content, it can be funny content. So it really depends. It's just like you can even produce content for, you can be a ghostwriter, you can be a songwriter, right? So a content writer is someone who works in the shadows of content creators. So if, for example, let's say I produce YouTube videos and I don't have the time to put in writing my own content, I can hire a freelancer to produce my content for me, and I'll use that content, I'll shoot it, send it to production, and then post it. But that's also different from copywriting. Copywriting, again, is focused on sales.
But I could be a content writer to sell my product.
Yeah, if you are a content, you can actually stack those skills. You can be a content creator or a content writer, and on top of it, you are also a copywriter, right? And on top of it, you're also a proofreader.
Okay.
So nothing keeps you from stacking those skills and having all them, like knowing how they works.
Okay. Thank you so
Matter
much.
of fact, it's better for you to actually stack those skills because you become more valuable.
Sometimes even when you stack the skills, you can get tired to like do everything.
No, not necessarily. Just imagine, for example, if you're a graphic designer today, you have an edge if on top of your graphic design skills, you also know copywriting.
Yeah.
Because when a client sends you a flyer like this or like a roll-up like this, you will be able to point out what is missing.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
You say, hey, so the information you're giving me is good and all, but there is a call to action lacking on this.
Sure.
And the customer will value this because they will see that you're a professional, you are experienced, and you know what you're talking about. So you can comment and you can ask for more money.
So would you advise anybody and everybody to be a copywriter?
No, I would advise everyone to learn how copywriting works. Right? It's just like sales. So sales is basically the art of persuading people or motivating people to take action on the real world by talking to them.
But it's not everybody that wants to divert into the sales.
Well, we are all salesmen, whether we like it or not. Yes, of course.
You want to shed more light?
Of course. So if you're a parent, you need to sell your kids on why they should go to school and have good grades. If you are dating with a girl you like, you need to sell your personality, you need to sell yourself. If you are applying for a new job, you need to sell your skills and your experience. If you have a product, you need to sell those products. So regardless of who you are or what you're doing, you are selling every day of your life, whether it's intentional or non-intentional. Now, I'd rather learn how to sell and be intentional about it, because then I can control the income, the input that I'm putting in, and impact the output, right? You know the saying, to have more, you have to become more. One of the critical skills that you need to learn in order to demand more out of life, I think, is sales. It's one of the first skills you have to learn. So copywriting is just actually translating your sales skills, but in the written format.
Thank you so much, Mr. Farel. Thank you for teaching us the act of it.
You're welcome.
We hope to hear more from you soon.
Of course.